Did it stop working?
Sorry.
No, you're good, man. That was just an excuse for us to try and be as heavy as we wanted because we felt like we couldn't be at the time, I guess. I don't know. We were like young and weird.
Right.
But then this time it was just a way to get out there and write some different kind of stuff than we would normally do, I guess. So,
I think it's pretty cool. The album cover alone, is kind of cool. It's got that,
the galaxy,
you know what you're getting. It's got the galaxy,
yeah.
the futuristic stuff, and I think the opening has like astronaut talk back and forth. Now, was that one of you guys, or did you snag that from somewhere? Or?
Those are our tour manager
Cool.
and our guitar player's girlfriend.
That's so cool.
Our singer wrote like all the like sample dialogue and stuff all throughout the thing.
Yeah.
So last time we just grabbed weird samples and stuff we found, but this time we actually made all of it. Just I don't know why.
Mike must be into space because it sounds true. It sounds like a space dialogue, like astronauts talking to Houston.
See, I wouldn't necessarily say that he is into space. He just is very immersive into whatever he gets into. He just goes into this weird, isolated writer mode, I guess, and does that kind of stuff. So,
some talking about the writing and so forth. The lyrics are pretty intense. Songs like Moon God, has like something really, I think, pretty strong about it. When you guys were getting the songs together, how did the album come together? Was it just the writing and then the music, or you guys just went to the studio fresh?
So our other guitar player Chris left last fall. So all of us pretty much had to step into the demoing duties. He'd always come in with maybe 6-7 tracks on an album worth of demos, and then we would form those out into songs and then write the rest together. So this time we didn't have that option. So like, say for example, Moon God, I just wrote that song. A couple of songs Mike wrote, our keyboard player wrote some songs.
Oh, cool.
So it was a lot more collaborative than we've been in the past. And then once we got together like right before, maybe for a week before we went in the studio and formed a band, because we had been on tour like at the time we were writing it too.
Yeah.
So we had to squeeze it in. So yeah.
Now is that something where like the idea started to come together while you guys were on tour?
Yeah.
Kind of kicking it around.
And then just when you're at home for a couple weeks, you get bored and sit there and have a little home studio. Most people do, and jam stuff together. So.
Sure. That's cool. And you can just pass clips through FaceTime or email?
Well, email. And we have a Dropbox, like a communal Dropbox, and we just put things in. I'll text our keyboard player, I just put something in there. He'll take it, mock up his own version and stuff, send it back. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. I wouldn't have done that. Okay, awesome.
Now, when a band like Slayer started out, they didn't have that ease. So, all right, we'll come to Cali, we'll all get around,
Exactly.
And the whole deal. For National Record Store Day, which that's like a holiday for me. I picked up a lot of cool stuff. I went to get south of the city, and it was sold out.
Oh, that's good to hear. I'm sorry though.
It was all taken away. So I got the Slayer single and some other cool stuff. But I didn't get that. So I think the last full-length album that you guys put out was, I guess, 2013.
Yeah, 8/18.
And then you had that one and this one. Is there plans of releasing more little EPs, or you're going to get back in the studio and do a full length?
Probably both. Mike is the kind of dude that just comes up with ideas and wants to do them right away. He is very charismatic about getting what he wants, just in general. He has a vision and then he wants to see it carried out. He won't accept anything but that. So if he says, I want to do an EP, we're going to do an EP. If he says, at the record store day, he just all of a sudden said, I want to do something for record store day. I want to do it in 4 days. I want to do this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, awesome.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that spontaneity that we do have plans for a full length right now. We're starting to write right now and gather ideas and stuff. And we're going to take our time a little bit with this one and try and come together with this group that we have now and see what we can do. But there's a million possibilities for what we could do after this, I guess.
When you guys have an off date, do you just kind of decompress, or do you get to do any kind of adventuring, between city and city, or
Both. We swim a lot. We just chill, drink beers, have fun and stuff, go to movies, but also a lot of us like to explore cities. Like we, even not on an off day, we might go into Philly today and kick it around and stuff. Just from traveling, we know so many cool bars and areas and stuff that we like to get back into. So.
That's cool. And that's cool that you could do that. It's not just music for 6 weeks and 8 weeks and then you
you can
family
do that.
time.
It'll make you
I don't think so. Even just working every day, I enjoy that weekend time.
Oh yeah, totally.
Just to clear the head. What kind of guitar equipment are you playing now?
I have a Les Paul Custom. I have 2 Fender Jazz Masters, and a First Act Custom they made for me. A couple Mustangs, like a lot of Fender and Gibson stuff.
Cool.
And then I have 2 orange heads, orange cabs, and then a million different pedals and stuff.
Wow,
so,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Anyone who's trying to go into music, I have a son who's 15, picking up the guitar. I just bought him an Ibanez last weekend.
Oh, nice.
What kind of tips can you give to, aside from practice? I mean,
that's the main thing that I was going to say, or just, the biggest advice I have for guitar players especially is just learn how to play anything. Like, just sit there and everything that you hear, move your fingers around the fretboard until you hear that same note, and then, hear a melody, learn how to play that melody, because you never know what kind of music you're going to be playing. You never know. As far as bands, advice for bands, just play out, write really good music and play, because the allure is in the promo shots and the online presence and all this, and you say, if we just do this, that, and that, we'll get signed. Well, there's never going to be enough money. There's never going to be enough fans. None of that's going to matter. But if you make great music, then you have a better chance, and you'll know at the end of the day you have great songs anyway. Some of my favorite bands, they can't make a living playing, but they're still my favorite bands. So.
Yeah, and I think the bands like yourselves who are out on tour kind of do something different, make yourself stand out. Of course the music. No one's gonna listen to you no matter who you are if the music sucks.
If you got bad music.
Nowadays there's a bazillion bands on YouTube and so forth, and a lot of them you just click different YouTube channels and they're all cookie cutters.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, why do I want to go see you? So I think that when people play out, they get that feel of what kind of band we want to be. And
Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, we're so totally different. It's been 10 years for us, and the only way we figured that out is playing shows every day. So that's, there's no shame in having a job and having a life and playing in a band on the side. People think that too. They're like, maybe I should just get out there and go play. I'm like, if I had advice for myself in the past, it would be keep a job while you do this.
Yeah.
There's no shame.
I have a lot of friends who have bands, and but nowadays in 2015 they have to make a living to pay your bills and so forth. The stories like Aerosmith getting a apartment together in Boston and just hanging out. I don't know if that happens much anymore.
Not anymore.
The price of living and all, you would die. You'd be eating like the college kids eating ramen all day.
Straight up.
You'd be living off that shit. It's crazy, man. I appreciate your time. What time do you go on today?
6:05.
Very cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to catch. I got interviews almost until 7:00, but and I got Slater interviews. So
You got to do that.
But
man.
Have a good show, and I look forward to the album coming out August 21.
Appreciate it, brother.
Very cool, Jeremy.
Great talking
Thank
to
you
you,
so much.
man.